Hey guys, and welcome back to Mike Reed's Katawa Shoujo. Devin tried teaching me how to say the name in between episodes. Still can't say it right. We're gonna jump right back into it. Pissed off, happy. What did you expect? Last episode we met the very stumpy Emmy. That's one we're going for, one way or another. Lego. Before Misha or Shizune or I can say anything, she's already bolted from where she was a second ago, almost halfway towards the stairwell. Shizune looks like she's about to go nuclear on the spot, so I smile at her in a vain attempt to calm her down. Dots. Are you okay, Hik-chan? That fuck. Ibarazaki girl is always like that, causing trouble to others. You know, I'm pretty certain Shizune wouldn't call me Hik-chan. Never mind. Dots. Yeah, anyway, I'm okay. Just got the wind knocked out of me. Dots. That's great, Hik-chan! Go fuck yourself. I wouldn't call that great, but I let it slide this one time. Yeah, this is more than just one time of sliding. Dots. We have to run now. There's an important student council meeting regarding the festival, and we finally decided where to eat. Dots. Too bad you can't join, but this lunch meeting is only for student council members. What a shame. We can take you there some other time. Oh, but that'd be like a date, wouldn't it? No, it wouldn't. I don't like you two. I want you gone. Ah! I found her voice again. The girls leave for downstairs. I didn't manage to get far from the third floor hallway before all this commotion struck, literally. I should get going as well. Hungry as shit. The lunch in the afternoon class passed uneventfully. That should be a wrap. The lunch in the afternoon class passed uneventfully, yo. Boom, chicka boom, boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and pants and boots and pants. Alright. I read most of the book I had started yesterday and eat some of the mostly inedible offerings of the cafeteria. The class is tiresome. The teacher seems like an okay person despite the weird first impression I got, and the material is relatively interesting. However, the way he teaches is really bizarre. It's as if he expects that everyone is a natural genius. In a school of handicapped kids, one is about to be, or bound to be. When the final bell sounds, I realize that there is still a lot of time left in the day, and I'm left wondering what to do. It's odd. At the hospital I had 24 hours a day of free time, but here, filling the considerably shorter hours feels difficult. Everyone else leaves and I'm left alone with the teacher. Mutao is examining the assignment sheets we were working on earlier, marking them with a red ball pen. Raising his eyes from his papers briefly, he notices me and furrows his brow. What is it, Nakai? I jump at him addressing me, but I guess it's natural to spark some conversation since there's no one else around. Nothing. Thinking about what I'd do after school. The teacher slowly puts the cap on his pen he is holding and arranges his papers into a stack, clacking it against the desk twice. This music is fucking loud, it's making me hard to read. He seems very methodical, and for a brief moment, I'm reminded of Shizune, but the teacher is more unhurried and relaxed, much more routined. You have no plans? Loser. No, I considered joining a club, but don't know what kind of club would interest me. Go observe a meeting of someone else's club. Might pique your interest. I guess. I mean, why do the smart thing? But I don't know how to continue from there. Muto looks at me in a way that makes me quickly want to take the words back to avoid a conversation. But I can't, so I have to forge ahead. I don't know how to deal with people. I mean, the other students. I'm talking to people and everything, so it's not that I'd be isolated or anything. I just don't know what to think about the disabilities. It's like, it feels that I'm being impolite if I pay attention to them, and it's weird to ignore them. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. He raises a very good point. He's lived a semi-normal life his entire life, been in like a public school, kind of like kept to his own group of friends. He's used to his way of life. Throw him into like a handicapped school where there's people with no legs, deaf and mute, blind. It's... yeah, this is a fair thing. It's like when that one handicapped kid comes to your class and you don't know, like, and you have to work with him and you don't really know what to do, you know? It's like, okay, I understand you're a human being, but at the same time you also need the special attention, you know? It's just weird. I'm sorry I'm being this way, but this is understandable, is what I'm looking for. The teacher scratches his cheek absent-mindedly, looking very unresponsive. These things are only an issue if you make them one. You can talk normally with someone, even if they're blind or something. Try to look behind the superficial. There's not a single student here who isn't just a normal kid behind whatever they might seem at first glance. He says the same thing as Yuko did. I know they're right, but it's hard. How can you not consider, for example, Shizune's deafness, when the only way to communicate with her is to talk through Misha? Or Hanako, it's not like you can ignore her face. But, slam jam! I'm interrupted by the door of the classroom suddenly slamming open. Teacher! Misha crashes in, hands straight in an enthusiastic greeting, her voice loud and lively enough to wake the dead from their graves. Go fuck yourself. She starts toward the teacher's desk with her bouncing step, hands energetically swinging with the rhythm. Muto visibly dismayed at the interruption, and Misha in general slumps in his chair. Visibly dismayed at the interruption, and Misha in general slumps in his chair. Obviously, not a fan of her. Mikado. Misha stops in her tracks and looks around cluelessly, as if she's sensing from his tone that something's wrong, but has no idea what. Yes? We have talked about volume control before. Yes? But she doesn't lower her voice at all, and the teacher just rubs his eyes. So what is it? We need help. We're running out of supplies for the festival stands. This is a distress. Oh, this is a distress. She waves a pink slip of paper she's holding around. So, go get more supplies from the art room. What's the problem with that? Plywood! Plywood is always the problem. Last time we wanted more, there was only a little. But that time, we just took it all and went with that. Now there's like none left there. So, do you know where there is some? I don't understand. How would I know? Shake-chan. I mean, the president thought that a teacher would know if there's plywood. Was she wrong? Muto looks like he is in great pain, frowning with his entire essence, and Misha doesn't get it at all. Oh my god, this is fucking hilarious. Looking at the two of them communicate is terrible. Like looking at a man being tortured by drilling his skull open while blasting pop music at full volume at the same time. I'm afraid I have no idea if there's any plywood in the school, let alone where it would be if there were any. Aww, what should I do? Perhaps try to find Mr. Nomiya? Yeah. Perhaps try to find Mr. Nomiya. I'm quite sure he would know where to find everything you need. I'm gonna give him this kind of voice now. He sells propane. You'd have to pry them from his cold dead hands, but that's a different matter. I don't have time for that. We're so busy. She holds her head with both her hands, looking as despairing as it's possible for a person like her. Okay, so pretty much imagine Alpha from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers doing his I thing. Like that. Without even noticing, she crumples the note she's holding against her hair. I shouldn't even be fetching these things. There's so much to do and we are falling behind the schedule. Moto looks at her gravely and then suddenly smiles. Smiling doesn't really fit his face. I think it'd be better if he didn't. I wonder if you could get some temporary help. He switches to staring at me focusedly, and with a hard expression, as if trying to say, "Go make some friends." Dots. I guess I can give you a hand. You can? Thanks, Hik-chan. You are really nice. Unlike you fucking bitch. Saying it's great that I got hit in the chest. She pauses, does a double take, and then points at me with her finger saying, "Ah!" and looking very puzzled. Come to think of it, what's Hik-chan doing here? Class is over. You should be having fun. We just had a little chat. Oh no. It's not detention, is it? Are you in trouble, Hik-chan? Student council will never accept you now. No, I'm not. Is Hik-chan in trouble, teacher? No, he's not. Muto sighs deeply, and I feel that I have to help Misha to get her off the teacher's back. So what do you need? Here's a list. I can try to find the plywood from somewhere if there's none in the art room. She offers me the note she's holding. I take it, hesitating a bit. I said I'd help you, but this has no implications on whether I'm joining the student council or not. Aww. Still, thanks, Hik-chan. Try to be quick. We are in a stall building. What? Oh, we are in a stall building streak now. We must hurry, hurry, hurry. She bounces out of the classroom, leaving me and the teacher looking at each other with something that feels like a silent agreement. You owe me fucking big. Well, there you have it, Nakai. You have something to do now. Please don't sound so smug. Looking at the list with a number of items ranging from paint to plywood, all written with small, neat handwriting that is undoubtedly Shizune's, I heave a sigh. I'll be going then. Waving the long list limply at the teacher, I exit to the hallway. The classrooms closest to ours are designated belonging to classes 3-1 and 3-2 on the right side and 3-4 on the left side, each door looking exactly the same. Further down the corridor still, with identical doors, are rooms that I didn't think were used for classes. I guess the art room is not a classroom as such. I carefully push open the furthest door and peek in. It's a classroom, but it seems rather badly kept or not in use. Am I in the right place? I mean, it's an art room. What do you expect? Desks and chairs are all around the room. A thin layer of dust settled on them. There are some easels in the corner, so at least it looks like I'm in the right place. The room is flushed with sunlight from the big windows, shadows creeping all over the desks. Specks of dust are dancing in the stagnant air, making the beams of light almost visible. Jokingly, I call into the empty room. Anybody home? Something catches my eye and I stop mid-sentence. Oh. Hello. I'm gonna let this one go. Sitting on a desk is a short-haired girl, curiously wearing a boy's uniform, with a fork between her toes, a morsel of food stuck firmly on the end. This odd way of dining seems to be caused by her apparent lack of hands, but her presence here is what takes me aback even more. How did I miss her before? She's sitting in a corner, very still, but I still somehow took her as part of the furnishings or a statue at first glance. I'm not being too observant today as a whole. The girl seems to be frozen in place, staring at me with her huge eyes like a rabbit in the headlights. She's staring at me, her mouth wide open, ready to accept the fork. I'm staring at her, my mouth wide open, suddenly remembering I didn't finish my sentence and trying to think if I should. This weird stalemate keeps us both stunned in silence, punctuated only by the wall clock ticking rhythmically. Hello. Should I give her like an Ash Ketchum voice? Like, hello? I'm not gonna do that ever again. The girl stuffs the forkful in her mouth and is now staring at me expectantly while chewing. This is a bit awkward. Hello. I was told to pick up some supplies from here. For some festival stalls, I think. I didn't think there would be anyone in here. There isn't. That's why I came here too. She picks up another forkful. Doesn't that mean you're here then? She raises her eyebrow as if she was suspecting my observation was false. You are pretty observant. I guess it does. But who are you? This girl is pretty straightforward, isn't she? I'm Nakai. Hiseo Nakai. Still like Hisao better. I just transferred in on Monday. I'm Rin. I think, yeah, Devin told me it's pronounced Reen. I'm Reen. Tezuka Reen. Reen Tezuka. I wouldn't shake hands with you, or I won't shake hands with you, but at least we know who we are now. That's very nice. Her deadpan manner of talking makes it hard to determine whether she's joking about shaking hands or not. Gee, I wonder. Can't imagine if she's joking about shaking hands, or if she's serious about shaking hands. I like you. I like you. I'm like stuck at a stalemate myself, because it's like... in not even a 20-minute span, I've met a girl with no legs and a girl with no arms. Oh, how much you want to bet they're friends, too. Kinda bothers me. Joking about these matters doesn't feel appropriate at all. While I'm trying to figure out what's appropriate and whether this girl is, she seems to have lost interest in me and is now gazing yearningly back at her food. Can I continue my lunch? If you don't mind me, I won't mind you. If you need to get your stuff, the supplies are in the back. Go right ahead, but lunch? School's already over for the day. What word would you use then? There's no word for a meal you eat after lunch, but before dinner, right? Yeah, there is. It's called dinner. Homer Simpson came up with that. It bothers me very much too, but I don't really know what I should say. Oh wait, it bothers me very much too, but I don't really know what to say. I don't think you're supposed to eat a meal between lunch and dinner to begin with. I mean, that's your opinion. But I'm hungry now, and my delicious boxed lunch would go to waste otherwise. I have curry. It's very delicious. With much decisiveness, Rin once again picks up the fork between her toes, and with at least as much impoliteness, she points it straight at me. So, Nakai, what brings you to this place? Like I said, I was told to look for these things. No, the school. From outside you look fine. What's your problem inside? Or is your problem inside? I come to a full stop, opening my mouth, but not getting a word out. I can guess. I'm good at guessing. Better than most people. Rin cuts me off before I can answer her question, or skirt around it somehow. I don't know which I should have done. I froze in front of the issue again. I haven't even told anyone here about my condition, or maybe it's only because it hasn't really come up. I do get the feeling that not making issues of this is part of the social code here, as the teacher said. I wonder if the people here could relate. Probably not any better than any normal person could. I can't relate to Shizune's circumstances, or Lily's either. Naturally, while I go through this in my head, Rin keeps considering what my condition could be, with an overtly contemplative look on her face. She puts her fork between her lips and leans back, looking at the ceiling as if the answers were written up on there. A beam of light illuminates her face from the window side, creating a mask of dark shadow on the other side. I don't think it's anything in your head, and something in your guts would be boringly ordinary. It's this lunch of mine, and less delicious. Or like this lunch of mine, and less delicious. Gut problems. As ordinary as lunch, just not as delicious. The problem must be in your pants. This messed up Sherlock Holmes kind of statement, and the sheer lack of tact it was delivered with, catches me completely off guard. Yup, I'm in a special school for other people because I can't stop orgasming, or because I can't get it up. You caught me. I think I might have reeled back, even physically, as Rin's eyes widened in revelation and astonishment. So I was right. There's something wrong with your tackle, isn't there? This is where the TVMA comes in. Still practically in shock, but recognizing the need to reply something, I spit out the first thing that I can think of. No! Nothing like that. I have a heart problem. Arrhythmia. Dots. I said it. Or more like blurted it out. but I said it. The girl in front of me purses her lips together and glowers at me, looking very disappointed. How boring. Trouble in the pants would have been much more scandalous. What's with this reaction? I'm sorry to let you down. I forgive you. I collect people and a person with you, that kind of problem would have been really great. Collect people? People with different problems. Huh. So you just, go around asking people what's wrong with them? Pretty much. I see. With little left to say, Reen resumes her lunch and the conversation dies away. But I keep thinking about what was said. It's the first time I told anyone else about my condition. All the other people have either known about it already or heard about it from someone else. Or didn't need to know about it, like every other student here so far. Should I have told it as naturally as Should I told it as a natural part of introductions? Is it expected of me? Hi, I'm Hisao, and I have a very serious heart condition. Is that how I'm supposed to go around introducing myself from now on? As if our disabilities would define us? What a disgusting thought. Or maybe this Tezuka girl just has an unnatural interest in such things. As I walk back to the back of the room to pick up the items on Misha's list, a chance opens to study Reen from the corner of my eye. I'm actually going to call it an episode from here because my timer is blinking at me telling me time's up. So with that, thank you for watching, and please come back next time. Bye.